This is Morning Juice. Sports, insight, and great storytelling. Starring Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Tito Thitoff. It's time to attack and dominate.
And that is what we will do on this Friday. Attack and dominate Morning Juice. It's Tito. It's Bobby. Do not adjust your YouTube, X, Facebook, wherever you're watching us. It's Big Mo. Big Mo here now. Brody's not going anywhere except to the right of Big Mo for today. Big Mo, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. I mean, it's early, it's bright and sunny in a couple hours, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm doing wonderful. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Bobby, ready for the show? Ready to get going?
Yeah, I'm always ready for that.
I know you are. I know. I don't know why I asked. You know what rhymes with Big Mo? PTO. And that's what Brody's going to get now that we've got. That's what we're working towards here. That's why Brody's on the side over there. Make sure you check us out there. We have 2 full hours here on YouTube, The Fan HD3. You can download the show anytime. Catch us on 10 TV Plus from 10 a.m. to noon. Also replay this show on The Fan 2, 1460 from 1 to 3 p.m. And now you can catch us on Facebook and X Live. Yes, in addition to everything else. Big show lineup for you today. Morning Juice sponsored by Riverside Bank in Dublin, Event Risk Elite Protection. Lee Sterling joins us around 6:25. Go over some of his picks for the weekend. AJ Hawk, Ask AJ, joins us at 7:40. Lots to talk about today. Big news in the Big Ten. In the NHL last night, the Jackets fell to Colorado 4-1. Jackets host Tampa Bay on Saturday. MLB and the ALCS. Blue Jackets beat Seattle 8-2. They played 6:08 tonight. That series tied 2-2. Dodgers over the Brewers 3-1. Dodgers lead that series 3-0. They'll go for the sweep in L.A. tonight at 8:38. And the Steelers lost the Bengals 33-31, and Joe Flacco gets the win against Pittsburgh.
Feel good about being a Pittsburgh fan, don't you?
You know, Bob, it's amazing how much one game can just change things on a dime. Because now the Bengals are what? They're 3-4? And the Steelers dropped to 4-2. All of a sudden, now it's a 3-game lead on the Ravens.
They spent all that money on the defense, and they can't get a stop. Jamar Chase all over the place.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers played well.
Yeah.
Like the one pick was bad. The other one,
you can't. Yeah.
Great. I mean, that's not on him. But listen, he drives you down and you score. You've got. I was looking at their corners. I forgot Slay was there. They have Porter. They have Ramsey. You can't guard Jamar Chase with one of those guys.
What do you have? Like 16 catches in the game, some ridiculous number. It was insane what he had.
It was everybody. Anybody was getting catches last night. Joe Flacco looked like Dan Marino.
He did.
In 83 or what? 83? Is that when he won the Super Bowl? I mean, my goodness. 82?
83. They went to 84. They went to the Super Bowl
84.
and lost to the 49ers. Jamar Chase had 16 catches, 161 yards, and a touchdown. Chase Brown, 11 carries for 108 yards. Big game for him, finally. So, and Pat Freiermuth comes out of nowhere with 5 for 111 and 2 scores for Pittsburgh. You're right. The 4 touchdown passes for Aaron Rodgers, all 4 to tight ends, by the way. But the 2 picks, one was bad, one. Flacco throws for 342 and 3 touchdowns. So, yes, huge win there for the Bengals. They improved.
Should Joe Burrow be worried?
Should Joe Burrow be worried? That's a great. Hey, you got potential comeback player of the year, Joe Flacco, now back on track. All right, Bob, let's make people smarter.
Time to get smarter. Morning Juice presents Today in History. Here's your professor, Bobby Carpenter.
No pressure, Bobby. You got to make me smarter today.
Well, I mean, the baseline's pretty low, Thitoff.
James Franklin over here.
It is Friday. We have AJ on today, by the way.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, you mentioned it yesterday.
Mentioned on Wednesday, too.
About tomorrow, which was
Super
Thursday.
tease, mega tease.
All right, see you, Bodie. Have a good day. This date, Thursday, October 17th, the 290th day of the year. 75 days remaining in this 2025. You'll be happy we're in the 60s next week, Thitoff.
Oh, wow.
If temperature's in the 60s, there'll be 60 days left.
Yes.
This date's 1781. We talked about this, and I was very disappointed that my kids knew neither this nor where the Civil War ended. This was the final surrender, I guess, of the major general in the American Revolution in 1781. General Earl Cornwallis surrenders during a siege where?
Where?
Where? Let's go Jeopardy.
Bunker Hill.
Come on, Jeff. You know
Fenway Park.
You know that's the first one, and you know baseball As old as it is, isn't that old?
I don't know. Somewhere
No, you
east.
got an answer?
Cornwallis, was it Yorktown?
Thank you.
Look at this.
Where'd you go to school, Mo?
I'm a Marion County boy. We were corn-fed, so that was probably a lucky guess.
Listen, no, he went to Brookhaven, and Columbus City Schools is a wreck, and we know it's been a wreck for a while.
No offense, Columbus City Schools.
Listen, he's your ambassador, folks. If you don't like it, take it up with him. Maybe go egg his house, whatever you want to do.
I'll give you my address.
This date, 18 of 14, 8 people die in the Great London Beer Flood. One of the giant wooden vats, I wouldn't say exploded, busted open.
Okay.
Inside. Then the next one busted open. People drowned in beer. I mean, you couldn't. You think you'd be able to drink your way out of that thing?
Wait, people died in this?
8 people. They drowned.
In beer?
That sounds like a dream.
Yeah, I was
Well,
going to say, yeah. Where was Norm Peterson
They used to
from
have those
Cheers?
drinker drowns. I mean, apparently they couldn't get it done.
Oh,
But what we're talking
goodness.
about. A little golf news. This date, 1860, the first Open, we'll call it the British Open Championship, was played. This date, 1931, the famed mobster Al Capone is finally convicted. All they could get him on was tax evasion.
He died of syphilis, I think.
That's exactly. Sounds like a great
Died
way
in
to
prison,
go.
yeah. Would you rather go that way or drowning in beer? You had a choice.
Drowning in beer for sure. I mean, that's a much better death. That's a hero's death, if you will. It's kind of disappointing because they couldn't drink their way out of it, though.
Yeah, you would think. It's quitters.
Rough one here for Shark Sky. They were sad about this one. This date, 1933. This is what happens when you persecute and condemn an entire race of people. There might be some good folks in there that are pretty good at some things that you could use. This date, 1933, Albert Einstein flees Nazi Germany to reside in the U.S. See, I don't know if you know, Albert Einstein was Jewish, Thitoff.
Yes, I know that.
Hitler, not a big fan. So, I think he probably saw some writing on the wall.
Yeah.
And being as smart as he was, he got ahead of everything in GTFO. This date, 1965, the New York World's Fair closes after 2 years and 5.1 million attendees. And then in this state, 1977, Street Survivors is released by Leonard Skinner, the last album with Ronnie Van Zant and Steve Gaines on it before they were killed 3 days later in a plane crash.
What's your name, little girl? What's your name?
I mean, Thitoff's little dance, his little head bob
That's what
every
I do,
time
man.
when he likes
I'm
the
a great
song.
car driver. A great car dancer. I mean, I just kind of hit the wheel.
That's good. This date, 1979, Mother Teresa receives the Nobel Peace Prize for all of her work with the less fortunate throughout the world. This date, 1987, the first indoor World Series game is played in the Metrodome. Mo, who is playing in that World Series?
That would be the Minnesota Twins against the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yes, good
job, sir.
Well done. I learned that in high school.
I watched that series. I
watched that in
remember.
high school also,
Consider
yes.
some American sports classics. The Kentucky
Al
Derby
Michaels.
is always held in Louisville. The Indy 500 is always run in Indianapolis. The Super Bowl site is always predetermined by the
Listen to
start
the
of the
build-up
season.
with this, how big
But
it
the
is.
World Series is a thoroughly movable feast, and your town never knows it's coming your way until days before. And if you live in the Minnesota Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul on this clear, cool night, the World Series has come to you. To the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome, and for the first time in history, it will be played inside, under a dome of Teflon-coated fiberglass, before a crowd which has been known to make an airport runway seem tranquil by comparison. Settle back and enjoy the ride.
That was good. Al Michaels. Watching him last night, he was pretty happy about that game. He enjoyed the back and forth, those Steelers and Bengals. And Al Michaels' hair is starting to get a little Trump-esque. I'm looking at it. There's a lot of directions swirling around there. I was just trying to figure out exactly what was going on. I don't know if that's what he's going for, or maybe he was just so disheveled over the death of his tennis partner, O.J. Simpson. Not sure which is worse for him. This date, 1989, Stormfront by Billy Joel is released in that album featuring We Didn't Start the Fire.
Paul, Malcolm X, British politician, sex, JFK, blown away. What else do I have to say? We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. No, we didn't light it, but we tried to fight it.
Passing
we
the
go.
blame on that one, you know?
Passing the blame to who?
What are you doing? He said, wait, we didn't start this fire. Like, you know, it's not my fault. Don't look at me. We
Well,
didn't
he
do
was
it.
giving stuff from the last 40 years. People, like, they've remade that. Who was it? They remade it and did.
I think it was Fallout Boy, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was Fallout Boy. I thought it was pretty good.
I thought it was good, too. Yeah, I'm just saying, we didn't start the fire, Bob. That's like, you know, passing the buck. It's just, you know, do something about it. Get a hose.
Richard Nixon back again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get a hose. That's Thitoff.
How about we're going to put out the fire? How about that for a song next time?
Man, let's keep it going. Throw some more gas on that thing. This date, 2000, the great album names of all time: Chocolate Starfish and Hot Dog Flavored Water by Limp Bizkit. Their third album debuts at number 1.
What you gonna do now? Hands up, now hands down. Tell me what you gonna do now. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
A lot of bangers on that one. That was probably like the apex of Limp Bizkit, I would say.
I don't remember much about Limp Bizkit.
Look at Fred Durst.
I know Fred,
No?
the name Fred Durst, but I didn't listen to much of their music.
I
though.
think things went downhill after Woodstock and the
Yeah.
riot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wasn't a good look. Some birthdays today. Born on this date, 1918. The longtime Bills owner Ralph Wilson was born. 1924. Don Air Coryell was born.
And most memorably in San Diego, where he was hired in 1978. Coryell's passing attack, led by Dan Fouts, would be virtually unstoppable.
The greatest things about Dan.
Those other 95-plus yards. His influence on the game is one that continues to grow throughout not only the NFL, but college football and even high school football.
There we go. Dan Pouts talking about Mr. Air Coryell.
We should be good, Brody. I'm sorry. I just saw somebody in the chat said that the feed went away for a couple people. Now they said we're back. So
Oh, listen, the Magic Man. Now you
Yes.
see me. Now you don't.
that's what we do. Poof, David Copperfield.
Exactly.
Don Coryell and Bum Phillips, two of my two great coaches when I was growing up. And I can't believe neither one won a Super Bowl.
And
As a
they
head coach.
probably couldn't be more different as their philosophies on football.
Oh, sure.
But that goes, Bum just wanted to line it up and give it to Earl 40 times a game.
Right.
You know, Air Coryell, they're slinging that ball all over the yard. I think it was Charlie Joyner's birthday a couple days ago,
I think you're
As
right.
well.
Yes.
who was their famed wide receiver. Kellen Winslow, senior, also on that team.
Senior. Make sure we clarify that one.
Well, his son.
No, I'm saying we have to. We don't want to talk about Kellen Winslow Jr. at all.
I mean, listen, Dan didn't have a problem cheering for him in the 2002 Fiesta Bowl. You know,
That was before he got sweet on older women.
Yes.
You know.
listen.
Yes.
I mean, I asked Jonathan Vilma, whenever something like that transpires, I worked with Vilma. We actually had him on the show a while back. And I asked Vilma, like, were there any signs you saw? He's like, looking back, there probably were some things.
Yeah.
And this is what I told people, playing with Aaron Hernandez for a year. And, I was around the facility a lot. If you told me that he was, selling drugs or doing something like that, yeah, I could see that. If he was out executing humans, that was a bigger deal. I don't know if I could have made that jump. And that's kind of the same thing that Vilma said. He's like, it's really weird. There's a lot of kind of unique things he did. Some weird stories that I don't necessarily won't share. He goes, it was really odd, but we didn't think he'd be breaking into into double wides and raping 70-year-old women and walking into the gym lockers at a 24-hour fitness, maybe servicing himself while he's in there, or looking for the hometown buffet
The MCL.
parking lot.
They didn't think it was strange that he kept volunteering at the nursing homes.
I guess
I don't
not. Or the fact he was homecoming king in the nursing home one year.
Oh, that's too much. Some other birthdays today. Jim Seals of Seals and Croft, born on this date, 1941.
Summer breeze
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
makes me feel
guitar riff right there. I had no idea that was their song.
Really?
No, I had no idea who Seals and Crofts was.
Wow.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Just passing away recently, Steve McMichael, born on this date, 1957, the Bears Hall of Famer and pro wrestler.
On goes home, Chicago! And don't worry, I'll have some speaks with that home plate umpire after the game.
This was at the Cubs game.
Yeah.
On 1, on 2,
You got ejected.
on 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crack and jack. 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
And do you know who the umpire was at that game?
Oh, it was probably, what's his name?
Steve Palermo?
No.
Who?
Who's the guy?
Angel Hernandez.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, the
Like,
perfect
he
game.
thought he was the show.
Yes, he did.
That's the problem.
Yes.
And everybody knows that Steve McMichael was the show.
Yes.
Highly entertaining feller. Alan Jackson, country star, turning 67 today.
Think I'll just call it a day.
Him and Jenny.
Pour me something tall and strong. Make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, but I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Hey, wherever Jimmy's at, it's 5 o'clock all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Ferry, second overall pick in the draft.
By the L.A. Clippers.
He
went to Italy.
He was a conscientious objector.
Yes, he
didn't want
was.
to go there. And then ended up with the Cavs for a decade. I had no idea that story was the second overall pick. Went to the Clippers and said no dice.
Hey, so I'm not playing for L.A.
I mean, people complain about, guys being spoiled athletes like now. I mean, John Elway, Bo Jackson, Danny Ferry, I'm just not going to play for you.
I don't blame him.
I mean, Shador tried to do that with the Giants. So it's like, all right, buddy, have fun. And he slid to the fifth round.
Yeah.
Other birthdays today. I forgot. I didn't realize he won 4 majors. Turning 56 today. What do they call him? The Big Easy?
Ernie Els?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Big Easy, Ernie Els.
Here was a young man who grew up a wonderful all-around athlete down in South Africa. Those who knew him and watched him as a youngster insist that he could have been a world-class tennis player. He was also an outstanding rugby player, dabbled in cricket, but settled in on golf, said it suited his personality. And he has brought all of this raw power, and now he can join some real huge names, history of golf.
Ernie Els is the new champion.
The two men who played together the final round at Augusta on Masters Sunday do it here for 18 holes and then 2 of sudden death. That sums it up.
Is that Musburger?
Yeah, that was his 94 U.S. Open championship.
There we go.
Sudden death.
Was it
I think
94
that was
in
his-
Oakmont or not?
Yes.
That was his first one. Yeah, that was his first one. Then won the 97 U.S. Open, and then won the 02 and 12 British Open, which you got to think, I mean, that's an 18-year span between first and last. Tiger got in the middle there and won most of the ones for
Won
everybody.
quite a few in there, yep.
Wyclef Jean turning 56 today, and Eminem turning 53 years young.
Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth,
What a
but the
banger.
words won't come out. He's choking how?
My kid, it's funny because there's certain music that transcends time, and it's awesome now with all the different streaming devices. You can pull stuff up and it all sounds great. And my kids don't know when things are from, and like, Dad, that song's sweet. And I'm like, that song's 25 years old. Like, that came out when I was a freshman in college.
I remember when I hosted my first show Stringbean put me on the Buckeye show, and I had those 2 hours by myself. I think
knees weak, arms are heavy.
I was listening to the song before it started. I had it on like an AirPod kind of thing. I was listening to it before it
getting
started.
Super amped up.
Yes.
Kind of like Dwight Schrute going on a paper sales call.
Got my producer, Alicia, not so pumped up.
Yeah.
It was truly a solo show that day. It was a lot
of Yankees baseball.
Yes, a truly solo show that day.
Tremendous. Bodie was rolling up to like first grade over
Yes.
at Lakewood, ready to get it rolling. Oh, goodness. We've got some holidays and observances for you today. And World Student Day. And those are your historical events, your birthdays, your passings, your holidays, observances for this date, Friday, October 17th, the 290th day of the year and 75 days remaining in this 2025.
Well done, as always, General. Hall of Fame chatter Brian pointed out that today was also in 1989 was the earthquake between the World Series between the Giants and A's.
Yeah, Giants and A's? I don't know why they should have had that in there.
Giants and A's had the earthquake game there. And
another reason why you don't live in California.
There you go. Anyway, the stream keeps going up and down a little bit here, Brody, so we're keeping it real, I guess. I was hoping if we had no crashes today, then we could blame you for all the crashes before. But sorry, Big Mo. Now it's actually your fault and Brody's fault. We'll get it fixed, though. Thanks for sticking with us, folks. Coming up next, Lee Sterling joins us from Paramount Sports. We'll get his picks for the weekend. Morning Juice.
More and more these days, people who are in pain are taking control of their health and looking beyond traditional medicine. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell. People just like you are finding lasting relief without steroids, medication, or surgery. Right here in Columbus at QC Kinetics. You'll be treated by highly regarded orthopedic surgeon Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sports Medicine. Here's how it works. Your blood contains tiny but mighty healing tools. At QC Kinetics, Dr. Tesner and his team get to the root of where your pain stems from, right down to the cells involved. By putting these natural elements to work, your body can revitalize your joints, literally using your own power to heal. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay. It's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. If your back, knees, or shoulders are keeping you from enjoying life, explore all your options before you agree to more pills or surgery. Find out if you're a good candidate. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
In honor of all those we've lost to cancer and those still fighting and thriving, like basketball analyst and cancer champion Dick Vitale.
I want to beat cancer. I'm going to beat it. That's no doubt in my mind. I'm going to win this battle.
Defeating cancer will take all of us. Join our team to help fund game-changing research that saves lives. At the V Foundation, V is for victory over cancer. V is for victory over the odds. V is for victory over health disparities, victory over setbacks, victory over the unknown. V is for victory over giving up.
Don't give up. Don't ever give up.
Donate to the V Foundation to join our team and help save lives.
Cancer can take away all my physical abilities. It cannot touch my mind, it cannot touch my heart, and it cannot touch my soul.
100% of donations fund game-changing cancer research. Donate now to the V Foundation at v.org.
One man is a national champion, NFL veteran, and local business leader. The other man is Tito. This is Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Do you need a bank that truly values local business in this town and an opportunity to work alongside them as partners? Whether you're a small business or a large operation, Riverside Bank of Dublin has the right tools for the job. Riverside Bank of Dublin has the experience of working right here in Central Ohio. They understand the business climate in our area. They're going to help you reach your goals. Whether you need an SBA loan to get your business off the ground, a line of credit to keep your business running smoothly, or equipment financing to get your business up to scale, Riverside Bank will tailor a solution that fits your needs. Visit them at riverside.bank or stop in to get to know them at 6300 France Road, Riverside Bank of Dublin, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, now we are joined from Paramount Sports, Lee Sterling. Lee, good morning. Good morning, my friend. Hope you're doing well. How'd you do with your picks last week?
Oh, I don't know if Lee can hear us.
He can't hear us, I don't think. Lee, can you hear us?
Hold on a second as we tap dance around. I could hear him.
We heard him, yeah.
But he can't hear us.
We will get to his picks here momentarily on the weekend. Lee, you there, bud?
I am.
All right, good to hear
Morning,
you, man.
guys.
Good morning. As we get ready to start with your picks for this week, let's first do a little recap of last week. How'd you do with your picks last week?
Yeah, last week for our clients won a total of 6-5 for the weekend. So profitable. Just to college, just a lot of 3-3 weekends. So like to break through. Hopefully this is the weekend. But the NFL has been incredible.
NFL's been good for you this year. Just college has been where like the biggest inconsistencies have been, I guess.
Yeah, and a lot of these high point spreads, in a bunch of the games, 2 of the 4 games we're going to discuss today, a lot of times it's, do you bring in the subs in? Is there a backdoor touchdown scored against you? The key is you have to watch, all these games. I didn't even have the game last week, the Green Bay game against Cincinnati, but first half, Joe Flacco looked terrible, the offense, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I turned to my friend, I'm like, I think they found something. Not just did he look good and he felt comfortable, thought the offensive line believed in him also. And as you guys know, when you play, that's part of it also.
You bet. Then last night, Flacco carried over. The last game and a half, I guess you could say, has been a much different look for the Bengals than the Jake Browning era, that as short as it was. All right, let's start. We got a big-time college football game tonight. Undefeated Miami is taking on Louisville, and I'm curious what your thoughts are on that game.
All right, so if I had to take a side, I would take Louisville. I think they've got plenty of weapons. I mean, Miller Moss, quality arm. He was at USC for a couple years. Obviously ended up moving on. And his only problem is when you get pressure on him, he tends to throw a couple interceptions. But, if you're looking for a total, that can help you also, quick turnovers. So the weapons that he has are right there with Miami's. His running back Brown, Isaac Brown from Miami, is good. He's been banged up this year. The 2 top receivers, Bell and Lacey, just as good as Miami's duo. Miami's defense is obviously better. Their 2 edge rushers, number 1 and number 2 in Pro Football Focus. And I think that'll be the difference, probably the turnovers. I have Miami winning this game something like 42-31. So I would with the line 13.5 points, I'd take Louisville, but I think probably the strongest play is the over 50.5 total points.
Love that. How about in a game where there might not be as much offense? Maybe historically, however, the Hawkeyes have looked much more resilient this year as they take on Penn State. And I don't know if the look-ahead line at the beginning of the season was probably far different than what it is now, minus 3.5.
It was only 10.5. That's it, Bobby. Only a difference of 2 touchdowns. So Penn State has obviously changed. They've gone from a first-string quarterback, Drew Allard, to really a third-string quarterback in Ethan Drunkmeyer. I mean, he was the third guy. And then what happens? Obviously their backup transfers to Missouri, as we all know. Iowa, I like the way they just suffocated Wisconsin. Didn't let up. And I think Penn State right now is totally and emotionally lost. And if I can score here 7 or 10 points, have a 10-point lead in the first quarter, I think this game might be over. I like Iowa, 24-17.
You got Indiana taking on Michigan State in another Big Ten tilt there. And I'm curious, I'll get your pick on that, but also how surprised are you by Indiana's repeat performance from last year's success?
Well, I didn't think they were going to be quite as good as last year. I think we underestimated their coach a little bit, but I was shocked that they controlled the line of scrimmage the way they did against Oregon. So I thought Oregon in my opinion, had the best offensive and defensive line combo, but probably now not the best. So Indiana certainly held their own, and we got a really good coach also. The play calling was supreme, and they had the best receiver, best skill player guy in the game also. So I think Indiana is a play here also. I mean, Aiden Childs, who knows whether he'll play or not. I mean, he was brought in to change his franchise, this college, and I don't see it right now. He's just another guy, too many turnovers. Indiana's 6-2 against the spread. The last 8 is a double-digit favorite, and the schedule looks pretty manageable going down the stretch. Looks like we could see an Indiana-Ohio State matchup in the Big Ten title game to see who gets that number 1 seed, or both of them can end up with buys the first round of the college playoffs. So I think they roll here. Michigan State, another turnover-prone team. I think they win this game 48-15.
Ooh, lay in the 27. Yeah. Looking at another large line, Lee, Ohio State traveling to Madison, taking on Luke Fickell. They have struggled there mightily, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Cannot score, struggling to run or throw it. Not terrible on the defensive side, especially against the run. But this is another really robust line.
Yeah. And the talent level is also a different level too. So, big plays, you get turnovers, special teams also have to factor into it. This Hunter Simmons, another guy, third stringer, not projected to really play at all, transfer from Southern Illinois. And you got to try something different. That's what I think bothers me when you watch, teams like Wisconsin, you watch teams like Michigan State. One series go with, fast tempo. Most of these teams, they have on the call sheet 10 or 15 plays they think can work, and that's it. After the late first quarter, they've already run through them. Save a couple of them for later. Try a trick play. You got to do something. We're just not seeing that. Wisconsin's absolutely lifeless here. So I think we're gonna go with another blowout here. Ohio State wins this game something like 42-10.
So, Lee, if we can get back, I want to talk about your NFL record, because you said you've done well there. How have you been doing your NFL picks the last few weeks? Do you have, what your record wins versus losses is?
Yeah, so what we've done, actually, we have a promotion. We have what's called the 5 for 55. 4 weeks ago, we went 5-0. 3 weeks ago, 5-0. 2 weeks ago, 5-0, and then I let everyone down last week. We went 4-1. Maybe the greatest run we've ever had on Sundays. We are on a 19-1 run on Sundays, so never had this before. Anyone wants to hop on board, we have what's called Lee's NFL Sunday Golden Ticket. You can get 4 weeks of NFL games. They're texted to you, so you're ready to go. You don't have to call us on Sunday. $197. You're going to get 20 plays, and I don't know if we're going to go, 19-1, but I'll settle for 18-2 or 17-3. So if anyone wants to check us out, the NFL Sunday Golden Ticket, $197 for the next month.
Why is it? Do you think? What is about the NFL has made it better for you this year? What's the I don't say the secret sauce there, but as far as having that kind of run, I mean, you're obviously doing something right.
Well, injuries, we know we have a very good idea whether a player is going to play or not. Some of these smaller teams, I used to specialize in teams like, conferences like the Sun Belt with Louisiana Lafayette. And, if you know someone there and they can give you information, or they used to at least give you online the honest information who was playing or not, that was helpful. So, the level of competition also. So, just able to see it. There's only 32 teams. You don't have to study 134 teams like there are now in Division I football. So it's hard to keep an eye on Kennesaw State. Some of these schools, they don't even have a beat reporter like FIU down here following them on a consistent basis.
What's your game of the week, and how can people find out about that?
Yep, game of the week is going to be Michigan-Washington. I have a real strong opinion on one side here. Anyone wants to get it for free, just call 800-400-9741. We'll help them out.
He is Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. And, hey, folks, he has been on a – call him Butta. That's a Stuart Scott reference there, Bobby, because he's on a roll. Thanks for the time, Lee. We'll talk again next week.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Be safe.
That was Lee Sterling joining us there. And This 6:20 segment, like the second segment's always a banger for us on Fridays and Mondays. Lee Sterling today, and then we've on Monday we'll have Bill Bennett for Sporting News. So make sure you tune in for that as well. Coming up next, hey, Big Mo gets to shine. Quick hitters next. Morning Juice.
Lexi spent more than 6 years in foster care.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
With help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption, Lexi now has a forever family and the foundation for a bright future.
Adoption changed me for the better. I feel like I can be whoever I want to be.
You can help find permanent homes for children still lingering in foster care. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a common seasonal virus, but it can have major implications on a patient's heart health. Most RSV cases involve mild cold-like symptoms, but up to 160,000 adults are hospitalized each year for more serious cases, and RSV can escalate chronic health issues. If you're over the age of 60, talk to your doctor to find out if the new RSV vaccine is right for you, and learn more at heart.org/RSV.
My son Ian was diagnosed with a brain tumor at the age of 16 months. The outlook was pretty rough. I mean, it was, we had no hope until St. Jude rescued us. I mean, they saved him. To this date, we are 12 years into this journey, and from day one, we've never once seen a bill. It gave us the peace of mind to know that we're there with our son, and we're gonna beat cancer together. Now, he is doing really, really well. He's alive because of what St. Jude has done. He's here because of the doctors who came before, their blood, their sweat, their tears, the knowledge accumulated and shared, with everyone else around the world. This is how we get rid of this, how we help kids beat cancer all over. It's the future.
Together, we will make cures possible for every child everywhere. Learn more at stjude.org.
Okay, let's go. Top row.
EYECARE?
Good. Next row.
AM America? iCareAmerica.org?
Yes. Eye Care America helps seniors who haven't had a medical eye exam in 3 or more years. They also help those with an increased risk for glaucoma, and the appointment is often free or at no out-of-pocket cost. It's easy to see if you qualify. Go to EYECareAmerica.org.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Bobby is known as the General. Tito shops at Dollar General. This is Morning Juice.
Morning Juice, Tito, Bobby, Big Mo. Debut on the big board. And now, folks, time for us to with some quick hitters.
Morning Juice presents Quick Hitters.
Sponsored by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, call Dr. Mark Levy today at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP.
All right, Big Mo. Time for the big show. What do you got for us?
All right, guys, we'll start here.
Bodie Wells. Sorry.
On the quick hitters. Tito, can't take that away from me yet.
Okay.
How do you eat an elephant, Tito? Just one bite at a time. We gotta let Big Mo just take it easy. One thing at a time. We'll build them up. We're not gonna just throw them out in the middle of the ocean here. We'll start here, guys. Rivalries are
use them at a medium pace.
What's that?
Use them at a medium
pace.
pace.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, not full throttle. Rivalries are a part of what makes sports so great, especially college sports. And anytime you have a rivalry game that is nicknamed the Holy War, it means a lot to a whole lot of people. But needless to say, there's still a line to be drawn as to how much one should care about their favorite team beating their rival. And it's safe to say that one BYU fan might have taken things a little bit too far ahead of tomorrow's matchup between the Cougars and Utah. Christopher Ty Justice, who you can find on Twitter at JuiceIsLoose328. Hey, Twitter family. He tweeted on October 14th, a couple days ago, I will be in LES, that is Lavelle Edwards Stadium, Saturday, tomorrow. Any Utah fan I see is dead. Mark my words. When another user advised him to log off, Justice reportedly replied, nah, anyone wearing red on Saturday is getting shot. Justice,
that's not.
he has been, since then, he's been taken into custody. He's being booked on alleged misdemeanor threat of violence and obstruction of justice. Also, he just so reportedly happened to be on probation following a second DUI conviction within 10 years. Bobby, I'm sure you as an athlete, you've probably been threatened plenty of times, especially over social media, but fans going after fans, I think this guy's kind of getting what he deserves here.
Yeah, ironically, his name is Justice.
The juice is loose, baby.
The juice is loose. I mean, in Utah, they're probably fairly sensitive to that, given the fact of what just happened with Charlie Kirk and talking about shooting somebody for what they're going to wear into a game. I mean, I love the fact that it's the holy war. I love the intensity. I love the passion. I didn't think Mormons were really supposed to be drinking, so the fact he got his second DUI and on probation for that, probably not looking very fondly on that as well. But I appreciate his passion. Let's just try to channel that into more of a positive, more of a positive situation.
Bobby, hatred in sports is good. That's good
not
for
if you're
sports.
threatening to kill people.
Yes, but there's at a certain point though, it's too much hatred, and
What about having just the good old fashioned? If I see anybody wearing this, I'm going to kick your butt.
Yeah,
I'm going to whoop your rear end. Like, what happened to that? Why do we have to start talking about firearms and killing people? I'm just going to beat you into a bloody pulp.
Handle your business like Kansas State's
Jordan Hall
parents do. Do what Kansas State's his dad did, right? Yeah, do that. Do that right there. Get in a fight with your own if you want to. People. Yes, just do that.
Your own family, even.
Hey, we don't need to go Sanchez style, okay?
Yeah.
Let's just.
He was looking for a kidney for Nick.
He was trying to help. I know that he's going to end up going down in history as a great man for this stabbing.
Next up here, guys, ESPN's Pete Thamel reported yesterday that Penn State quarterback Drew Aller underwent successful surgery on his broken left ankle earlier this week on Wednesday, and that he's on track for a full recovery as his timeline to return to working out will be sometime in the upcoming months. Aller's college career, though, is likely to be over as he has played in 4 or more games in each of the last 4 seasons with the Nittany Lions. Tito, obviously, rehab is next up for Aller. What do you think lies ahead for him as we get to next April/May's NFL draft? I
think you'll see a lot of what you saw from this most recent draft with quarterbacks, where he won't go early. You know, he has not had a great season this year, and I mean, I guess if he wows them in some way, shape, or form, and work out the things leading into it, but I can't see him being a day 1 or day 2 pick now. Bob, can you?
I can't imagine him being a day 1. Day 2, probably not.
Yeah.
He's probably somewhere in the 5th or 6th round. He's got great measurables. He's coming off an injury. Talented guy, but never really produced in a way. Like, show me a big game that he had. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where you got to look. You got to decide: is it him? Is it Franklin? Is it the offense? Is it? But did Aller say no to Ohio State, or did Ohio State say no to Aller?
Okay, I think I've told you this story.
Yeah, Bob.
They got all sideways. They were recruiting him.
Okay.
And that was the class that Quinn Ewers was in.
Okay.
They offered Ewers. He committed to Penn State. Then, fast forward, Ewers reclassifies to get in the prior class. So he probably would have committed and stayed had that have been the case. And they really liked Aller here. And he's a Cleveland guy. Medina, I want to say. I did one of his high school games. Good player. There was never that transcendent moment where you can look and say, this is Apex Drew Aller. This is what you get.
That interception to Christian Gray was pretty Apex.
If he would have let him down and scored, you could say, hey, look at this game. Semifinal, Notre Dame, really good defense, leads them down and they go score. There just really never was that.
Yeah.
Not against anybody of consequence.
I guess what I was getting at, though, Bob, was I was wondering if, how much different his career could be if he had committed to Ohio State and gone to Ohio State instead of Penn State.
Maybe a lot different. Coaching matters.
Yeah.
Coaching matters. And so the commitment of Quinn Ewers, great. The reclassification, then him leaving. And, it's like, I don't know if there were people who were worried, like, we got to figure this quarterback thing out. And that's probably a little bit why Will Howard ended up here last year.
You want to guess what the people in the chat are saying about where Drew Allar ended up getting drafted? What team?
Maybe undrafted.
They think Cleveland. They think Andrew Berry will find him.
Why not?
Yeah.
They
got 2 first-round picks.
Exactly, yeah. Jacksonville's played well, though. They can use the lesser of those 2 picks on that one. To college football here, guys. Staying with it, The Athletic asked 28 of their college football writers to make several predictions for the college football season back in August during the preseason. Among those predictions was, of course, who was going to win the national title this season. How did those writers do? Let's just say not very well. The top 4 vote getters were as follows. Texas earned 43% of the vote. Clemson got 18% of the vote. And then Penn State and LSU each got 11% of the vote. So you're looking at 2 of those 4 are done. Clemson and Penn State probably aren't getting in. Texas is on the verge.
Life support.
And let's be honest, Brian Kelly ain't. Come on now.
Hey, this week they're underdogs against Vanderbilt.
I know, yeah. Now making updated midseason prediction, there is an overwhelming favorite amongst the writers.
Indiana.
No. You're right. There's our conference, though, Carp. That would be the Ohio State Buckeyes, who earned 66% of the votes this time around. Miami earned the second most with 21%. And then your Fighting Irish, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Oregon, and Indiana each got 3.5% of the vote. They also made updated predictions on who's going to take home this year's Heisman Trophy Award. And Indiana quarterback Fernando Mendoza was the top vote getter there with 45%. And then Alabama's quarterback Ty Simpson was just behind him at 37%. Bobby, what jumps out to you there? The fact that they were so wrong on the 4 teams, or now that we are down to just Ohio State and Miami getting more than, 80+% of the vote there.
Oh, and Curt Cignetti's loving that. They still don't believe in us.
Yeah.
I would vote. I have a Heisman vote. Mendoza would get it at this point for me with how good he's been. And we talk about like Drew Allar. I watched Mendoza go into Oregon and play a pretty damn good football game.
Illinois too.
Illinois
home game, but
he has 2 big. He has 2 big wins in one half a season. Drew Allar had 3 years to be able to get that done, and he didn't. I think Miami and Ohio State are the logical choices with that. But this is how little we sometimes know. It's remarkable. We do this exercise on XM. One team that's not in the top 25 that'll end up in the top 10, and then one team that is in the top 10 that won't end up in the top 25 because it happens every year.
Yeah.
And I took Miami. I was like, I wasn't a huge believer in Carson Beck. I didn't even know if he was healthy with his elbow. But I mean, you have Texas, you have Penn State, and Clemson.
Yeah.
Like all out of there. And then Notre Dame, they're climbing their way back in, but they fell all the way to the back before climbing back up as well.
Yeah, it is interesting, Bob, how I was so confident coming into the season also that Texas and Penn State would be damn good. And I know that Texas can still rally and get in. Penn State's obviously toast, but it's been amazing to me, though. You'll see sometimes teams drop from the top 10 out eventually, but not top 3. That doesn't happen the way they've fallen off the way they did.
Last one here, guys. If you thought that Jerry Jones wasn't going to be getting a Christmas card this year from Micah Parsons, well, I think it's safe to say that we can also add NFL officials to that list for Micah there. It's because on Thursday, Parsons sounded off on how well, or rather how poorly, he feels the officiating in the league has been, not only just this season, but basically since he got to Dallas and then Green Bay. Here's Parsons saying, quote, 5 years of not getting a call, you eventually stop worrying about it. I think I just got to keep going. That's the hunt. That's part of the challenge is you got to keep going, and that's bothersome. That worries them. They know that. That's part of being one of the best. That comes with some of the territory, parts of you that hate that, and parts of the league that let that go. You can tell how they call the games. They don't call offsides for offense, but they call it on the defense. They won't call offensive PI, but they call defensive pass interference immediately. We know what they're trying to do. They want to load the points up so fans fans can be happy. They'll call defensive holding, but they won't call offensive holding. Let's just wake up. It's just one of those things that we know what the higher-ups are trying to do. The ref would say, I know that's a hold, but what? You're not going to call it? Come on, man. It's just one of those things that's like, I'm over it. I'm just going to have to keep going and pushing through it. He also continued to say how the league's defenseless players rules only protect offensive players, not the defensive ones.
Oh, yeah.
And he also said how hands to the face never gets called either. Tito, Micah sounded off on the officials, man. He's probably going to pay a nice fine for it, but he may not be 100% wrong.
Bob, am I wrong in thinking that if you wanted to, you could call a penalty on every play? Almost, right? Someone's probably holding a little bit somewhere. You know, there could be something you can call.
So here's the thing. They always say is the holding impact would impact the outcome of the play. And the thing is they give so much latitude to PI because it's the same thing. Like, well, that's an uncatchable ball. They go, we give extreme latitude because these are great athletes. They're able to, make catches everywhere. And I'm like, well, couldn't you say the same thing for some of the holding? I understand if it's on the backside and really far away, but there's a lot of holding they don't call that should be called. And they're like, well, you couldn't have gotten there. I'm like, well, that guy couldn't have caught that ball either, but you're telling me that he can.
Right.
So don't give me that nonsense.
So I think David Tyree had caught an uncatchable ball. I think Odell Beckham Jr. has caught an uncatchable ball before. But, like, Bob, I don't know. You tell me. I don't think the officiating is any worse than it was. I just think that we have a different
there's more
better look.
officials. We do have a better look. There's more officials on the field now than ever before. And they have the NFL offices phoning in crap that they should call, and they just randomly dump out a flag. Oh, we talked about it. Like, really? Let me pull that earpiece out of your ear and see what the decision you come to.
I wish they would do that. I wish we could hear all those conversations.
They'll never give you
College
that.
football has done a little bit of that.
They have.
ACC,
awesome. Right?
has done some. But they haven't done it like for every game and whatnot.
Right.
Because I think Marcus Freeman was going to kill somebody in both the North Carolina State and Boise State games over some of their just inexplicable replay reviews.
So it's been the ACC is the conference.
But Notre Dame normally uses ACC officials when they have home games, if I'm not mistaken.
But I don't. Yeah, but if it's home game, it's NBC.
True.
It's like
is that part of the independent contract?
Well, I think it's with ESPN and the ACC network. Is kind of how they're doing that.
Are the lights flickering again?
They definitely
good.
are. Yeah,
I want to make sure.
No, you're just having a stroke.
That's Bobby. Look, you can't rule it out. That's why I'm sitting here watching. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, am I doing? I'm like watching the chat to make sure we're. Like the Facebook stream and all that to make sure it's live and not behind, and it looks like it might actually be ahead of us because it's saying stuff like that about. Yeah, I'm not even saying yet.
I think that's impossible.
I don't know. Somehow it's happening.
I do think too, though, there is definitely something to the fact, as fans at least, and I don't know how much Micah Parsons rewatches any games, but as fans at least, we definitely the way replay can catch every single inch of every game, and the way we can slow it down to like 0.1 speed. Because I'll admit, there's nothing I cannot stand. Facebook, social media, or I should say social media football,
Facebook.
Who screen grabs, where it's like, look, this is a hold. And it's like, well, you can pause anything at any point and probably make it look like a hold.
Yeah.
But there are probably times that Micah, he's got to like to stand on here.
Oh, 100%. But the screen grabs
It's
I don't
garbage,
like.
yeah,
Give me a
it's-
2-second clip of what it is.
Because you can grab a guy's jersey for half a second. Like,
Right.
You can't call that, man.
No,
Like,
I don't think so either. No.
that would be. We would never have games get finished. They would just call holding every play, whether it was a defender grabbing a receiver coming out of his route, or obviously offensive lineman holding on pass or run blocking as well, of course.
Yeah, I don't know, Bobby, how you can. I don't know how you improve. If you complain about I don't know how you improve the officiating.
You hold them accountable and you fire guys that aren't good.
And they're still part-time officials, right? There's no full-time officials in the NFL yet, right? Don't they still have regular?
Could be. I mean, they're allowed to have other jobs, but they're compensated handsomely. It's not. I mean, they're making good money doing it. The reality is that most of the guys that you have, some of these guys are business owners, they're lawyers. Like, they have very esteemed jobs, and they don't want to give those up. And I don't blame them. Unless you want to pay them $500,000
That's
a
what I'm
year.
asking. Like, but would it be better if they said, if you're a full-time official, you are an official full-time every day. It's like a regular job. You're going to come in here and watch film, and you're going to get training and all that stuff.
And they do watch film. And
I know.
stuff like that.
Would that make it better though, Bob? If they said that you have to devote your time to just this?
They do a lot of that right now. But the reality is, like, how much of that how much film and everything and watching are you going to do between Monday and Thursday?
I don't know, but more.
They go around and they'll do some practices and things. I just don't know that it would improve the quality of the product that much. Like, you have the same thing in college, and there's full-time officials there. I mean, you don't have to be
about that.
Yeah, you don't have to have another job.
Oh, I know.
Some of those guys make enough that you'd be fine, but the problem is the NFL makes $20 billion a year, and they're like, well, why don't you just pay the officials $500,000 a year, get really good people who want to do it, and pay them well.
Right.
And if you do that, then you know what? I think you'll be fine.
By the way, in the chat, first of all, yesterday somebody messaged me on Twitter and asked,
of course they did,
if I was having a stroke.
You want to message me offline?
It's at Fit Happens. It's where you at Fit Happens.
Or a little kid lover.
But anyway, and asked if I was having a stroke yesterday because I kept calling him Brody. I had to explain to him that's a long-running joke
Thursday
with your Highness.
right?
Yeah, but then I'll call you that all the time now. But anyway,
can we limit it to Thursday?
No. Zoo Reviews asked who he got joined late. Want to know who's sitting next to you, Brody, and I said it's Big Mo learning the ropes. Bodie Wells needs a day off once in a while, and Zoo Review says a day off. Do you think Your Highness takes even a second off?
No,
I don't think he does either. Okay, that's it for the quick hitters, folks. Coming up next, top of the hour, cross one name off the Penn State coaching search. We'll do that next. Morning Juice.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other. Leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
I'm Shanola Hampton. Every day, millions of people face hunger. Today, I will share with you some of their experiences. I'm stuck between paying for medications or paying for food. John from Maine. After paying my bills, I can buy groceries. It's sad to say, food comes last. Alice from Oregon. I thought pantries were for less fortunate people, but anybody could be less fortunate in a day or even a second. Claire from Virginia. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. No one should have to worry where their next meal will come from. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Around the world, Children International and friends like you are giving children in poverty a chance to grow and thrive, to be healthy, to succeed in school, and achieve great things. How do we do it? In the best way possible, by helping ensure access to healthcare, nutrition, and educational opportunities, and most importantly, by empowering youths and their families to get out of poverty and into employment through life skills, computer, and job training. The very tools they need to break the cycle of poverty and build futures full of promise. Because every child deserves a chance to realize their full and best potential. Learn more about how Children International is empowering children and families by going to children.org today. That's children.org.
Proud to be your go-to sports addiction.
WBNS, WBNS FM, HD3 Columbus.
The Fan 3, Ohio sports destination. Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Bobby, Indiana decided to strike first, strike fast. Cobra Kai, strike hard, right? It was strike fast, strike hard. Is that what they were? Strike first? What's Cobra Kai? Do you remember what that is? what's the saying for Cobra Kai?
Sweep the leg?
No, that's different. And put them in body bags. Those are just phrases
Put
for the
them in
movie.
a body bag. Those are just phrases?
They're just phrases. I'm saying
What's the difference between a phrase and a slogan?
Cobra Kai
slogan.
slogan.
A slogan, a slogan is a phrase.
Well, yeah, let's see. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. That's what Cobra Kai is right there.
Strike hard, no
that's
mercy.
What Indiana has done. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy.
When I think of Indiana football, I think of Cobra Kai.
That's exactly what most people think of, and they will now. Curt Cignetti, 8 years, $93 million to stay with Indiana.
Why would I want to leave? We're building an emerging superpower.
He is making an average annual salary of $11.6
It's like the fourth highest paid coach in college football, like right behind. It's like Kirby, Ryan Day.
Who's third? It might be him now, right?
Maybe it is. No. Is it DeBow? I think it's DeBow.
Okay, DeBow.
And then maybe him, maybe BK in there, Brody. Don't worry about that. Your guy, Brian Kelly. But yeah, he's like right there in like the 4 or 5 slot. Like I said, all these Big Ten schools, they've got a lot of money. They've got big-time donors. They just have to be good enough to access them. And Indiana has a couple of guys. There we go. That's perfect. Keep doing that, Bodie. That makes it actually better.
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Now I feel
Follow
like
me to
it was
freedom.
some sort of party.
Right.
But they've got big-time boosters.
Right.
And if you win, you give them a little taste of that winning. There's a reason why drug dealers will give you the first hit for free, Thitoff. They want you to get that feeling. And then you'll pay anything for it after that. So come on, hey, guys, you want to come over to Oregon with us? Let's go watch us go into Oregon and just shut them down.
How confident are you that Indiana won't regret doing this contract? Like, do you think Curt Cignetti we've seen baseball players and football players, even basketball players, have contracts that don't age well.
You think he'll get too old?
I'm just saying, okay, so you're
talking speed.
He's 64.
Yeah.
And no,
he looks great, though.
He does look great. He does. He absolutely looks great. No, I don't think
I would argue that he might look younger than you.
Okay, see, now, Bob, I don't know why you have to get personal about it.
That's not getting personal.
It is getting personal about it.
I'm just trying to make an analogy here, something that you can relate to.
He's 10 years older than me. Look at him. Look at me.
Do you think that you look significantly older, or he just looks significantly younger?
I think that's probably accurate. But, Bob, I don't do you think the fan will give me a 9-year contract?
No.
I don't think they will either.
I think they'll give you a 1-day contract.
Every day, that's all I've got. Bob,
you know what, though? You're a hunter, Thitoff. You eat what you kill. Every day you come in here and you earn this job. I don't think they'll regret this.
You don't think so?
No. I don't. He said he wants to retire a Hoosier. I believe that. I mean, Penn State was going to make the call if they already hadn't.
Sure.
His agent probably said, hey. It's showing to him. Look at this. You see this area code right there? Central PA? Who do you think that is? And honestly, if you're Curt Cignetti, for him, maybe for people at large, but what he has done there, what he has built there.
Right.
I mean, hell, if he goes 8-4 there for a year or 2 years, that's still better than they ever were before.
Oh, sure it is, yeah.
So they're not going to try to run him out of town. If he wins a CFP game this year, they're going to.
They'll be rioting in the streets, Bob. Bloomington will be.
I would like to see them play Notre Dame again, Bodie. I mean, seriously, this time at our house. But there's a realistic possibility that could happen.
Indiana.
There's a good chance Indiana will get a bye.
Yeah, then they play in the bowl game, but yeah.
I guess that wouldn't be at home.
Right.
Gosh, dog it. I almost want them to
fall to
fifth.
Are there bowl games in Indiana?
Because I want to see that rematch for the Battle of the Hoosier State. Yeah. I mean, what percentage of time in the last 100 years do you think Indiana was the highest ranked team in the state of Indiana?
Oh, that's a great question.
I mean, there's probably like 3 or 4 weeks in there.
Yeah.
Maybe during the Bob Davie era.
Well, I was going to say.
Antoine Randall, they get a win or two anytime that maybe got them ranked.
During the Jerry Faust years, I think Indiana beat Ohio State one of those years. Or maybe.
What years was he there?
Faust was there.
Indiana won in 67.
Right. No, Faust was there in the 80s.
I say won it. I mean, won the Big Ten.
Right. Yeah.
And then the 2 years, 87 and 88, were Dark Day 1 and Dark Day 2. Bruce's last year and Cooper's first year, where Indiana got him back-to-back years.
81 to 85.
They haven't won, by the way, since then.
81 to 85 were the years that Faust was there. And I'm trying. Indiana, was 80.
We'll get our research team on this. But back to the genesis of it.
Yes, please.
He's 64 years old. Do you think he wants to go at Penn State? Now, listen, Penn State's got a lot of infrastructure in place. They've been good. He could go there and recruit and do a lot of things, but you still have to start building again. Like, he's got it set up right now.
Yeah.
Where it's pretty good. And by the way, it's like, why my wife's happy here. Like, why would he? I think they like living in Bloomington's better than living in Happy Valley. And that matters. It's easier to get recruits in there. Now, there might not be as many indigenous recruits in Indiana as there are in the state of Pennsylvania, and you're going to have to battle Ohio State for them.
Right.
And Michigan, Notre Dame, because they come through there. Like Terry McLaurin's from Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Caden Curry is from Indiana. Like a lot of our really good players that have come out of here have been from Indiana. But he's got it set up and it's rolling. Like, why would you want to leave that? They've got plenty of money. They just did the stadium renovation. They can build new facilities. And there's a belief there now that you can win. You have to rebuild that belief within the team and the culture at Penn State. At Indiana, you've got it. And at 64, he's probably thinking, if I can get another good 6 years out of this, that's great.
Yeah, it's certainly a bold move. A bold move. For Indiana to do this. And
I'm not fully convinced Matt Rule isn't staying at Nebraska either. He was on McAfee's show yesterday. He was pretty adamant. Kept calling it a destination job. He's like, now when it's your alma mater, you have to respect them and listen and different things. He was very candid about it. But he said multiple times, he's like, my family loves it here. I love it here. It's 300,000 people.
Right.
Which I think that's a shot like, do we want to go living in a college town of 25 to 30,000 people? Probably not.
Yeah, I get that, Bob. But I don't know if you can't fully. I don't see it's going to act like I'm calling Rule a liar. He has
said
to say
a lot
that.
of things, not in the way that which he did.
Yeah,
and because Pat pressed him on that, he was like, "What do you tell your teammates?" I'm honest with them. I tell them it's my alma mater. It's going to be, it's a great place. There's a lot of good things about it. But he's like, we're in the college football playoff hunt. He's like, Nebraska's a destination job. He said that like 3 or 4 times. I don't think you say it's a destination job when you're intent on leaving it. And the thing is, Nebraska has the cash that Penn State's not going to be able to outbid them for it.
But he's got to take the call, right?
I would think so. But he also said, I'm not going to worry about it during the season.
Right, which is a smart thing to say about that also, yes.
And I know that's something that Luke Fickell prided himself on. There are coaches that will listen. I mean, Bobby Petrino being one.
Yeah,
would listen to any job that anyone offered at any time. Be week 3. Oh, sure, let's go. He might leave Arkansas for Penn State today.
Right.
If they called him.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that's probably what. I'm going to say the wrong word here, and you're going to make fun of me. I think that's what soiled me about the college football coaches and stuff like Petrino.
Wasn't
him doing
the
that.
dump on your chest?
Saban did the same thing when he said he's not leaving Miami. Right? Is that the one he said? Not in Miami. They went to LSU. Is that what it was? Or the other way around?
I'm trying to
left Alabama to go to Alabama. You're right. Yes, Bodie. Thank you. Yeah, not leaving. Yeah, and then he took it. Yeah, Saban said like I'm not taking. I'm not going to be the head coach at Alabama.
Yeah, you can't. I think enough of those things have happened that they don't age well, and nobody wants to be that guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Rule wanted to be fully speaking absolutes, but I always look at what they say. Like, my family loves it here. My wife likes it, different things like that. Because there was a time when Ryan Day people thought he would leave here for the NFL.
Sure.
And hell, maybe there is that. But I said, you got to look at where they've been, what has happened, and and I think some of this, honestly, for Matt Rule, will depend how their season ends. If they make it to CFP, I don't know if he's going to be able to leave. And there's a good chance that Nebraska could get there. You look at their schedule, like, I want to say that it's fairly manageable.
It is a manageable schedule for them, yeah.
Moving forward.
It's more of a question of how many Big Ten teams will get in, because there's possibilities you could have a bunch of 1-loss Big Ten teams, and then you've got or a bunch of 2-loss Big Ten teams. And
I think 2-loss Big Ten teams get in.
You think if Illinois wins out, they get in?
Yes.
Okay.
They beat USC.
I understand that, Bob. I'm just trying to think, though. They're 2-loss.
And they beat Duke. If you tell me Duke's like a 9-win ACC team, like that's your non-conference win, that they're not going to qualify for that?
That's fair. I still don't
It's like you say, all these teams. The problem is a lot of them play each other at the end of the year. For some reason, I can't get Nebraska's schedule to pull up. The screen keeps. Oh, there it was. Oh, it disappeared.
Nebraska. They certainly have the possibility, Bob, of getting in there, of winning out, and having a record that would put them in the conversation for it. But I don't know. I haven't looked at their whole the scope of their schedule yet.
I'm trying to pull it up, and it will not let me do it. So I don't know if it's just my Safari or what's going on.
I'll get it for you, Bob. I got it. Nebraska right here. They're ranked 25th, and their schedule is going forward here. They have they're at Minnesota tonight.
Yeah, they win that game tonight. Then Northwestern.
Right.
So they have USC, which would be their next big game.
Hosting USC
at UCLA, at Penn State, which looks a lot more manageable. Finish up with Iowa. They have one loss. I don't know if you can find two more losses on that unless they really struggle.
I don't see. Yeah, the USC game's the biggest one, I think.
You're getting Nebraska. You should get Minnesota. And so then basically you have 4 games left to lose 1 game.
Right.
And if you beat USC, I think that game probably almost puts you in there.
So Ohio State's got to play. Yeah, USC. USC's got. Yeah.
Not that it would be easy to beat USC. They've been playing pretty well. But even if that's your only loss and you play them tough.
Right.
I mean, we'll see what Penn State looks like by then. You've got to go to UCLA, and Iowa might be your next toughest game at the end of the season.
Bob, on my podcast yesterday, I had Colton Bartholomew on, who's a writer for the Wisconsin State Journal, and we were talking about the Wisconsin-Ohio State matchup. And I didn't realize this, but, obviously if you get an endorsement from Barry Alvarez at Washington, that certainly bodes well.
Wisconsin?
At Wisconsin, yeah. And but by the flip side, if he doesn't give you that endorsement, it also could be look bad for you. And I know that, like he said a few weeks ago, that Alvarez came out and supported Fickell, but then he came out recently after the 37-0 loss to Iowa and said this team doesn't have like an identity or something, and was kind of critical of them
he voted for it before he voted against it?
Yes. And they've got this week against Ohio State, then Oregon, then the bye week. If Fickell competes in both those games, if Wisconsin's competitive in both those games, or if they even win one of them, let's say they win one or they're competitive in both of them, I think Fickell gets to the end of the season. Do you agree with that or not?
I don't know that they can afford to fire him.
Yeah.
I really don't. Wisconsin is not flush with cash. Like, the Indiana job in 2025 is better than the Wisconsin job.
Yeah.
I'm just telling people that. This isn't, 2015 anymore. There is no East and West division.
Right.
You're not Indiana, Maryland, and Rutgers who are just going to get thumped on by Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State, and Michigan. You don't have to worry about that. It's open. Madison is bigger than Bloomington, obviously, but they have Indianapolis right there.
Right.
They're bigger, wealthier alums out of Indiana. And the best talent in Wisconsin, they used to always get all those offensive linemen and things like that. And I tell people, like, well, why aren't they better up front? Because their best lineman in state is starting at center for Ohio State. Like, those guys are leaving now. And maybe that's some of the coaches' fault of not being able to keep them there. Maybe that's them looking at it and saying, our ceiling here is probably 9 or 10 wins, and that's all we'll ever be able to do. And that's if we get a good quarterback we can develop. We bring in a big-time running back who their 4-star running back just decommitted, and he's decommitted but still going to the game, I think. And
so he's just reopened his recruitment, what he's done.
Well, yes, and I think he's being recruited now by Ohio State. And I think that there's a worry that he might be going there. So, that's all real.
It's not like Fickell forgot how to coach.
No, you lose momentum, and he tried to do the dairy raid stuff, and I'm not sure why. I don't know why he thought that would work. Maybe he just thought we've got to change our offense and modernize it more. And you can do that, but you still have to keep it a core of what it's good. And the problem is you try to be something you're not, and then you're not good at anything.
Yeah. I wondered about that too, Bob, because now we saw it happen with Rich Rod. We went to Michigan.
I think Michigan, it would have worked had they stayed with it. I just don't think people there liked what they were seeing. They didn't want to see that type of football being played at Michigan.
And, Oklahoma over the years has transformed into more of an open offense.
Yeah.
Whereas it used to just be the wishbone all the time, and they'd run the ball 60 times a game. What was it? Mike Riley at Nebraska tried to come in and change their thing as well.
He's the one that came in. Was it Bill Callahan first?
Okay, Callahan first.
It was Bill Callahan.
So
big Tom Callahan's son.
Yes, that's right, Tommy Callahan.
But he came in, and then he did it, and then you had Mike Riley. I think then Bo Pelini. I want to say.
Have there been time? I can't think of a time, Bob, when there's been an immediate shift like that, like what Fickle did, what Rich Rod did, where it's been an immediate shift and it's worked out long term.
What do you mean long term?
Well, what I mean is that it's
how long is long term to you?
How long is long term? Coach gets another contract.
I would say Paul Johnson at Georgia Tech. He went there and they started running the triple option.
Yeah. Yep.
And they were really good. The problem is, like, when you have to pivot out of that, it's a really tough transition. It's going to take 2 years. And
it also makes you then, I think, it could set you back. If you have a coach come in who changes the philosophy and the style of play, and then they get transfers in, transfers out, recruit that way. And then if
transfers help it now because you can flip it a little quicker, but you got to hit on them.
But then if you get rid of that coach, and then you've got another coach coming in who wants to go back the old way, I know the transfers help, but it's going to take time. For it to take place.
Well, and Wisconsin's always been a developmental program, even on the offensive line. Like they don't have the cachet to bring in those big stars. When they were at their peak, the formula for Wisconsin: recruit the offensive and defensive linemen that you can get in the state of Wisconsin. They would go to Jersey or somewhere else, Florida. They would find, your Melvin Gordon, get a running back like that. They had success. You look at their best receivers that they've had. Chris Chambers, Lee Evans, Cleveland guys. Like, they would come to Ohio and get a guy that slipped through the radar. They had, the younger Wheelwright. Ernie's my younger brother's age, who went to Minnesota. The younger one, who's from Independence.
Did he go to
Walnut Ridge?
I think Wheelwright went to Walnut Ridge, I believe.
Walnut Ridge. And they've got him. He's 6'5" receiver coming in there. Maybe not Ohio State caliber, but in a run-heavy offense, good physical down-the-field guy.
Right.
He'll block for you. He can catch balls down the field. Big guy that, if you don't have safety help on him, you'll struggle. And then they always had a really creative defense that played really stinking hard and great special teams. And that was their formula. And they made you beat them.
Right.
I don't know if that formula works anymore in today's day and age with how the portal works and how NIL is a factor in this, because they would always develop all of those guys. And the problem is, you can develop them there, but can you keep them once they're developed? I don't think that you can, because I don't think their NIL budget and everything is what it needs to be.
Is it? I've always thought that Wisconsin and Iowa had very similar approaches, and Iowa stayed the course, right?
Yep. Everybody wanted to fire Kirk Ferentz. I've heard it on these airways 1,000 times about how terrible of a coach he was, but said you can always get worse.
Sure, absolutely.
You can always get worse.
I think that Ferentz has. He's taken Iowa to its ceiling most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just it's Iowa football. It's the way it's going to be, and maybe fans don't want to hear that, but he has maintained that philosophy in his how long's he been there? 30 years.
Chuck Long ain't walking through that door, buddy.
Right. Chuck Long's not coming through that door.
This isn't the 80s
That's
anymore.
a great pull by you, Chuck Long.
Of course. Well-versed.
Yes, you are. Lions, Chuck Long, I think, after that, too. I think went to get drafted.
But,
Lions.
it's not the 80s. It's not the 90s
right.
anymore. It's just Ron Dane isn't coming through that door for Wisconsin.
Right.
They had 2 first-round draft pick receivers that they pulled back-to-back out of Cleveland.
Yeah.
And Lee Evans and Chris Chambers. Both those guys were Pro Bowlers in the NFL. They were good players.
Yeah.
So I just don't know that formula is still there. I don't think that it is. And so Wisconsin, people don't realize this, before Barry Alvarez was bad.
Yeah.
He took that job and made them great. And then they've been great since the mid-'90s. It might be time for them to go back to what they were. Return to the earth from which you came.
It has been a...
time for the rise of Indiana.
It has been
Hoosier time.
A rocky run for Fick at Wisconsin.
Road?
Do you think they had to do over he stays at UC? Or do you think the experience has been good enough for him that... And money was not talking about the money, just like the experience, though.
Indiana, or I think Cincinnati probably would have paid him close to probably what Wisconsin was. And you look at them now, they're in the Big 12. That's a big deal.
That's a huge deal now, yeah.
And they're 5-1 in
Yeah.
the Big 12. Like, they have a decent shot of maybe making the Big 12 championship. And I would argue that Cincinnati's a better job today than Wisconsin is. Now, maybe that wasn't true 3 years ago, and I don't know if anyone could have foresaw exactly how this was going to transpire. But
Right.
yeah, there is some reality to that. Maybe you wish he stayed. I mean, if he stayed, he might be the guy they're calling for the Penn State job.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like, is there another would be if he continued to have success there?
Listen,
Would
man,
that be?
it's easy. Hindsight's
I know.
easy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know anybody has the power of foresight. So if you can figure that out, then good for you. You make the decision with the best information you have at the time.
All right, folks. Coming up next, we'll tell you what's got us juice. Morning juice.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better, you've earned it.
While serving in Vietnam, a grenade took my ability to see. Today, I'm a sculptor. Now, my fingers are my eyes. I'm Michael Naranjo. As a veteran, I know the challenges of life can be great. In my art, turning a lump of clay into something beautiful, that is worth doing. Life is like that. We each must use what we can to make things better.
DAV helps veterans like Michael get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
Now, I show others how they can create something with their own hands. I know it can do a lot of good. With support from DAV, more veterans can shape their lives into a thing of beauty. My victory is bringing beauty into the world.
Michael Naranjo, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
I thought mixing bleach with my floor cleaner would take the stain out.
When my youngest ate the dog's medicine, that was a new one.
I was trying to protect my garden, but I accidentally sprayed myself with pesticide.
So I called 1-800-222-1222, the poison helpline.
A poison expert helped me figure out what to do next.
I was connected to someone who spoke Spanish.
They answered my questions.
It was free.
It was confidential.
It was real help in real time.
Keep the poison experts in your pocket. 1-800-222-1222.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
We got a higher home appraisal after we put away our African art and family photos.
Has this happened to you because of race or national origin? Contact HUD at hud.gov/fair housing. A message from HUD and the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Attack and dominate. You're locked into Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Here's Bobby and Tito.
Bobby, Tito, Big Mo. We do this earlier on Fridays because of what comes up in the next segment with AJ Hawk. But we're going to tell you what's got us juiced.
What's got you juiced?
Sponsored by Billiards Plus. Find your next grill and everything you need for the master griller. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
All right, Bobby. My calendar says Friday. It's not September 31st, but it is a Friday. What do you got for us, Bob? What's got you juiced?
Gosh, what's got me juiced? Our guy, Steve Kerr in the chat.
Oh,
Bodie, I don't know if you knew this. Marcus has better coaches. Couple laughing emojis. Throwing that out there. Poor assistant. I mean, this is amazing.
Look, hey, Steve Kerr, you've got 35 minutes, bud. Let's just hang on now. Let's not have it happen again.
Bodie, have to put you in timeout one more time. Pains his heart to do it to another Notre Dame guy. What's got me juiced? Last night we had our final fifth, sixth grade football practice. Wild to see. I told Kellen, I'm like, he's my second kid now coming through this. They did their 6th grade tackle where it's pretty cool. It's gotten amplified every year. Started out, they would just kind of yell the names out, and then they got a microphone, and now they get music. And I posted on Instagram. Just fun to see my son run through the tunnel and finish that up. They've got their final game on Sunday, so very excited for that before you start turning the page to the winter sports and everything that comes along with it. Yesterday, had a speaking engagement, which was a lot of fun. First one I've ever done this, where I did 2 of them kind of back to back. It was pretty fun. It was with the Dodds Financial Group. Was up at Der Dutchman. Great hosts up there. It was absolutely fantastic. The food was great. The problem is, like, man, I can't eat here twice in one day. I mean, it's like eating 2 Thanksgiving meals. It's like, we got to roll me out of here afterwards.
Right.
And then the manager up there, the guy running the place was terrific. He's like, you want a bag of donuts for your kids? It's like, sure. He comes back with this box of donuts that looks like it's the size that fits like a massive sheet cake in there. I'm like carrying it. It's so heavy. I look and there's like 10 Long Johns, all these my goodness, this is a lot of food. And they've got some unbelievable peanut butter pie that I brought back as well. But it was a lot of fun sharing with the groups yesterday at lunch and then again in the evening. So like I said, I went up there twice to eat, but just talking a lot about the Ohio State, what separates Ohio State football and leadership and teamwork, and my experiences there with Tress to where they're at now with Ryan Day and what they're doing and how it all works together, and just the selfless attitude that the guys have and the faith-based element that's within the team, and how that all works together for them to have the type of success that they do. And it was a lot of fun, a lot of great folks up there, and really, really enjoyed getting a chance to be a part of that. So a lot of fun. I'm glad, like, we're finally far enough out of COVID that all this stuff is starting to pick back up. And I used to do speaking engagements once a month, and now that's all starting to come back, and really enjoying to get to share some of the great stuff that I've learned from people who have taught some great things to me over the course of my life, my parents, coaches, teachers that have poured into me. And so hoping to try to pour into others and enjoy that a little bit. So that's got me juiced in a big way. And then, tomorrow, and I love when Ohio State's at home, but it's nice when they're away. I don't feel compelled to go to the game. 3:30 game. It's a game that probably will be on its way out, hopefully by halftime, that I'll be able to start bouncing around a little bit and just check it in to see how the game's going. But a massive slate of games across the college football spectrum, Big Ten, SEC, ACC, a little Big Ten independent combo with Notre Dame, USC. So just so much there. Excited to dive in and see all of that, Tito. And my man Cam Atkinson has his retirement party tonight. So happy for him as he retired a Blue Jacket yesterday, and excited for him to move forward. So that's all pretty good. I was at the Der Dutchman in, not in Mansfield. I was at the one I didn't drive to Mansfield twice yesterday. I drove to Plain City, which is the one, I guess, closest to here. Mo, which Slay's got to say? Oh, is Bodie gone?
No, I got it.
Oh,
Okay,
you got it?
do it.
All right.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Bodie went outside. I don't
Bodie
know
went
who he's
sideways
talking
there.
to.
Wait a minute.
These Michigan fans, they're in Columbus. The audacity that they have. Oh, my goodness, man. I was just like, this is so gross. Oh, man. Somebody just smash their face in, please. Put them back in the hole where they came from for the last 20 years.
Put them back in the hole where they came
Let's go
from.
you juice, Big Bo.
Well, obviously, being here with you guys for the first time, been sitting in for a couple days this week, and was really thrilled to get the call to be a fill-in here. So that's got me really juiced. But just a little aside for me, in this week, it was like the worst week for me to be starting something new, because I also have a show that I'm putting on, a sketch comedy show that I wrote and acted and all that, that's being done in my hometown, and trying to get people to come to that. I had rehearsal last night until about 10.
Oh, wow.
And then, it's an hour drive from Marion.
Right.
But I am so juiced about this weekend because it's opening night tonight and tomorrow. It's like a cabaret show, live band, very inappropriate.
Good.
People will get to know that I'm pretty inappropriate at times. But I'm juiced about that because it's something that, really brings people in and we have a great time with.
Where is it at in Marion?
It is at a place called Urban 501, which is above Bucci's Scratch Italian restaurant.
Okay.
It's an event venue up there. It's beautiful. We're seat about 100 people on each night. We're getting close to sell out, but we're not quite there yet. It's fun. It's all original comedy, all original sketches, very, very adult-oriented. There is a bar in case people need
bar,
that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's got me juiced too. And then kind of along Bobby's lines, yesterday, my youngest daughter, who is 17, a senior, she had her last soccer match. She's been playing soccer since she was 5. And unfortunately, they lost to Columbus Academy, the River Valley Lady Vikings. Columbus Academy has an amazing girls soccer program. So they did have a winning record this year, which was good because it's been up and down. I had to miss the game, but I got a lot of updates, and I'm just proud of her. She's got me juiced. She's going into the National Guard when she graduates.
Good for her.
So very proud of that. But yeah, that's pretty much all for me. Not too much for me right now. I'm still learning, so I'm juiced to be learning.
There you go. In the chat, Bobby, you know Little Italy, the one that AJ gave the advice to. And I want to read what Little Italy put in the chat. Hey, guys, wanted to thank everyone, including Bob. I started a new position at my company on Monday, and it's a massive promotion, and I've been listening since the pandemic days, even right back when we started. Sharks Countdown, Bob's hard work and showing up daily has rubbed off on me. So he credits you.
Oh, there we go. Well, I'm glad I can help.
Yes. So Little Italy, the one of the initial inductees into our chat Hall of Fame. So best of luck to Little Italy. And what's got me juiced? Yeah, the weekend, Bob, with the football coming up this weekend, it's going to be so much fun. I need to wash off that Pittsburgh-Cincinnati game from last night. Tough loss for Pittsburgh. Big win for Cincinnati and Joe Flacco.
Aaron Rodgers is about to lose it on some of those guys.
I know, you could tell, yeah. Rodgers had a really good game. But
some throwaway game up in Rochester.
Right, yes. But yeah, the college football slate is incredible. Even tonight, I'll be following Nebraska, Minnesota, and I'll be following the Miami Louisville game as well. I want Miami to keep on winning. I want to see Ohio Miami play for championship.
You want to watch Lee Sterling just fall into a pile of tears and shame when Ohio State beats him one more time? Be beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. 2025.
Yeah.
23 years later.
It'd be great, man.
Playing one more time for the national championship.
It would be, think about the build-up into that with all the former players coming out and former coaches and talking and doing things like that. That would be...
Michael Irvin on the sideline, an 8-ball deep. Just really feeling
Kellen Winslow won't be there, though.
Kellen Winslow Jr. will not be in attendance.
He'll be there in spirit, probably. I don't know if they'll let him watch it from his cell, but...
maybe his dad will go.
His dad will go and wear
as a sign of solidarity. Wear
a Winslow
jersey.
Junior jersey, wear it out there.
I'll let Dan Fouts call it again.
I'll take the under in both of those happening.
Just be an unabashed Miami fan during the game.
And we'll get John Tressel on our show to talk about it too, right? Probably lead into it, that Bob.
Yeah, we could get John Tressel.
That'd be good. We can do that.
Jim too.
Hey, Mike is at Wisconsin still? I think.
Yes.
Mike Tressel,
He's
right?
their D coordinator.
The D coordinator out there. Yeah, I think he is out there. So. That's something else I had forgotten about until I talked to Colton yesterday that had happened. So what else got me juiced? Again, the chatter's coming strong every day. It's been great interacting with you guys.
Jeff Rimmer's middle half, wondering what Bodie was doing outside.
Wonder why Bodie went outside. Yes, made some comment.
Hanging out with Mike Irvin and Fish.
Talked about Bodie maybe hanging out with Fishman out there, the Fishman
and
Solutions. Mike Irvin, both, yes. Brody's outside smoking a Newport. That was also done. That was pretty good, too. Anyway, but, a lot of people were asking where Brody's at. Brody's right here. He's just off to the side because Big Mo rhymes with PTO, and we got to get Brody one of those once in a while. But juice that Big Mo's here joining us today. He's going to fit right in. This is great. Glad he's going to be filling in for Brody when Brody needs time off.
Can't wait. I love Fridays.
Why is that?
Well, because after this, I work out. I do my show with Schlags. I got a little XM, but the weekend starts for me when I leave here, so I'm just super juiced.
Coming up next, Hang on tight, folks. It's A.J. Hawk to close out the week. Morning Juice.
More and more these days, people who are in pain are trying to take control of their health. They want to look beyond the traditional medicine of going to just a normal doctor. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. People just like you and me are finding lasting relief without steroids, medication, surgery, right here in Columbus, Ohio at QC Kinetics. You'll be treated by the highly regarded orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Ray Tesner, founder of Grant Sports Medicine. Here's how it works. Your blood contains many tiny but mighty healing tools. At QC Kinetics, Dr. Tesner and his team will get to the root of where your pain stems from, right down to the cells that are involved. By putting these natural elements to work, your body, it can revitalize your joints, literally using your own body's biologics to heal you. It's a simple injection, not a hospital stay, no drugs. It's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. So if it's knees, backs, hips, whatever it may be, give QC Kinetics a call for your free consultation. 380-208-4544, 380-208-4544, qckinetics.com/Columbus.
James Laurinaitis here for my guys at Green & Sons, the premier Kubota dealership in Central Ohio. Green & Sons has all the Kubotas you need to tackle your land and come out a winner. They have zero-turn skid steers, tractors from 18 to 171 horsepower, and also utility vehicles. My favorite is my RTV Sidekick. The best thing about Green & Sons is they've been family-owned and operated since 1970, and you will love dealing with the Green family and their winning team. Do what I did and check out Green & Sons located in Mount Sterling and Marysville, or online at greenandsons.com for all your Kubota needs.
My name is DeMar Hamlin. I play for the Buffalo Bills, and I play safety. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
Bobby knows what it's like to be a winner. Tito knows what it's like to be thrown out of an all-you-can-eat buffet. You're here 4 hours. This is Morning Juice.
It is Morning Juice. It's Friday. We're already off work. I mean, who are we kidding? Let's make this guy work.
A man with many career achievements. Leading tackler in Centerville football history. Leading tackler in Green Bay Packers history. Still afraid of Larry Knopfsinger. And the crowning achievement, the third member of the Island Boys, A.J. Hawk.
He is A.J. Hawk. AJ, good morning, my friend. I take it you're on the road. What are your thoughts on the game this weekend for Ohio State and Wisconsin?
Oh, good morning. I'm actually not on the road just yet. My whole family went to the Bengals Steelers game last night, so I'm actually about to drive here shortly from Cincy over to Indy. But as far as Ohio State goes, big game against Luke Fickell and the boys. But I hope they just keep it rolling like they have been. Obviously, they've looked pretty awesome week in and week out, and I just think they're going to keep rolling. Hopefully.
How was the Icy Hot Bowl?
It was sweet, actually. It was. I don't know what it looked like on TV, but the atmosphere was awesome. I mean, it's a whiteout. The fans were super loud the whole time. I mean, just driving into the game. I was sitting outside I had to drive separate from my wife and kids because I'm leaving for Indy here in a minute. But pulling in there, I was sitting outside the stadium for about an hour and a half when I was, a half a mile away, just trying to get to the hotel where I was parking my car. But I couldn't believe just
how lively it was and how much it was awesome. So much tailgating. Like, it felt like it was a gigantic game, which it was, but once I got in there, it was honestly a really fun game back and forth. Both quarterbacks played awesome. It was, I guess I wasn't really, I don't know what I was expecting, but it was better than what I expected, I guess.
I'll tell you one thing you weren't expecting.
If you come to a fork in the road, ask AJ, he'll help you know. Helmet shining, number 47 bold, he'll point you right where you should go. Just ask AJ.
Ask AJ like we do every time there. Cogley put that together for us.
You didn't think we'd have some production around it, did you, Age?
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what that was for a while. I mean, that's pretty good. That's awesome.
It's a solid video, too. It's got a 47 guy out there. We did that video now. But Little Italy wants to know, who you gave the marital advice to, by the way, when we were out there at Ohio State practices, wants to know if there's a play you wish you could have back from your career.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of them. Yeah, there's one from when I was in Green Bay. I tell my kids about it every once in a while, but I was on the punt team early on, and I remember it was like a Sunday night or a Monday night game in Chicago. We punted the ball, punted did a great job, great hang time. I was sprinting down the field trying to cover the punt, and I don't know what I was doing. I did not have my head on a swivel, and some dude came out of nowhere, and he hit me so hard, man, my feet were above my head. Like, you know, when you go and you get blasted so hard to where all of a sudden I looked up. I think I may have told this to you guys before, but the next thing I know, I looked up and I just saw like the stars in the sky. That's all I could see because my legs were over my head and I fell like back onto my
Now you know what that
and,
feels like, AJ.
Oof, it was brutal, Bob. I'm telling you. And I my whole legs snapped back over my head, and the top of my neck and back hit the ground. And I remember getting up, I popped right up and acted like I didn't feel it, and the guy's trying to stand over top me and act like, probably should have been a taunting call now that I think about it, now in today's NFL. But I had to jog down and continue to cover the punt like it was nothing. But man, it was hurting pretty bad. But yeah, I would like to have that one back. I'd like to have my head on the swivel and have some more awareness there.
It wasn't the punter that clocked you, I hope.
No.
Okay.
I mean, that would have been amazing, but no, it was not him. I still to this day, I need to go back and watch the tape. I don't know, I forget what year it was, but man, it was, obviously I still remember it, I still can see the stars in the night sky as I was flying through the air.
Little Italy said he lost contain against Olentangy in 2008 after taking the inside, and he still thinks about it. How would you get over a play that you regret?
Oh, man. There's nothing you can really do. You got to go find a way to make another one, I guess, but it's hard. You can't really forget about those ones. Like I said, this is, when this dude, almost made me do a flip from hitting me so hard, that was, I don't know how many years ago, 10, 12, 15 years ago. So, yeah, you never really get over those. You can't do it too much. Tell him not to beat himself up too much about it.
One of the guys asked, AJ, if you have decreased your cigar intake, which I have noticed on the show. You don't seem to burn down as many stogies anymore. Is that a conscious decision? I mean, are we trying to get healthy? What's leading to that?
No, I have not. I don't think I've decreased. I mean, the only time I really do smoke cigars is when I am doing the show from home. But I would say on the first hours on ESPN when I'm on, that's when I don't really smoke cigars. No one ever told me not to or anything. I just don't, I just don't do it. I feel
AJ, though, remember how cool it was when we were younger and you see those actors smoking on, on TV and in movies? That you're that guy now.
No, I'm not trying to be that guy. Those dudes are smoking cigs though, Bob. That's what it used to be cool. They used to think it was cool watching them smoke cigs. Yeah,
smoking sticks.
It's not exactly my thing, but yeah, no, I've still kept it up pretty solid. I don't know. I'm sure eventually I will get sick of it. I won't smoke any more cigars, but right now I'm not. Today is not that day, Bob.
I want to play it again.
If you come to a fork in the road, ask AJ, he'll help you know. Helmet shining, number 47 bold, he'll point you right where you should go. Just ask AJ.
Magacom Popcorn wants to know, how many late night texts do you get from Pat McAfee, and what is the craziest thing he has requested from you?
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. I mean, I can't think of. I don't know if there's any crazy request. I just think we get to do some cool things because of what Pat's all over the place and does a lot of different things. We get to do some cool things, but finding out a couple of days before, a week before, they were going to get to go be on the sidelines and do like the college football playoffs and stuff like that, or out to WrestleMania, things like that kind of pop up sometimes at the last minute. Those are the funny things I get from Pat, like, oh, hey, can you be in Indy tomorrow because we're flying to Maryland because you got to get your face scanned because you're going to be in a WWE wrestling game. They're going to make you a character, like things like that. Those are the kind of texts I get from Pat.
How excited is Laura about those pop-up trips?
Well, she understands. She gets it. So she's all right with it. So she kind of has some of those of her own. She's heading out somewhere next week for interior design stuff.
Nice.
Sometimes it pops up for her where she's got a jet and go out somewhere, and I got to hold it down. So yeah, she gets it.
We got to get our weekly fertility check as well. Is she pregnant?
Yes. Where are we at?
No, not that we know of.
All
She's not. Yeah, but you never know. That's the thing. I guess you're never completely out of it over here. But no, there's no plans for that as of now.
Not yet. It's interesting. The craziest late night text. I remember. Oh goodness, it would have probably been. You know what it was? It was when Ohio State played Utah in the Rose Bowl. I think it's like January 3rd, 2nd or 3rd, and Pat texts me. He's like, "Hey, can we get the Ohio State marching band out at AJ's house for his birthday?" And I'm like, I don't know. He's like, "General, you can get anything done." I'm like, I was like laying in bed. It's like 10 o'clock, and Courtney's like, "Who is this?" And I'm explaining to her. She's like, "Is he serious?" I'm like, "I think he is." So then I go down the road, like, who do I know? And then they tell me, like, well, number one, the band is still in California. And I'm like, maybe the alumni band. And so when we were able to put that whole little shindig together for you, Age, to celebrate your birthday out there, which, I mean, Jeff, they're doing the show.
Yeah.
And AJ, I have to go. Then they FaceTime me in, like going to the door and ringing the doorbell. He's upstairs. No one else is even home, right? I think I just walked in your house.
Yeah, it's just me.
Yeah, I think I just walked in because he's like all the way up on the 3rd floor,
Right.
and he's like looking outside. He's like, "You've got to be kidding me!" AJ was super excited about that.
That's funny.
Especially about the dude that lived behind him, who was just, when he left, he just walked. He's like, I wonder who this dude was just walking with a trumpet through my backyard.
Yeah, Bob delivered on that one. You did, Bob. Yeah, I walked down. I had no clue. Walked out, and all of a sudden I look out the front door, and there's Bob and, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 band members playing. They played like 3 or 4 songs. Yeah, it was awesome.
Kyle wants to know, would you rather fight a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Horse-sized duck.
A horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses.
That is remarkable.
I'm taking a horse-sized duck, I think, but I don't know, actually. Yeah, give me the horse-sized duck. I think I could maybe, because if he's a horse-sized duck, he's still got that, like his little neck might be weak. I can kick him in the neck or something, hopefully. But yeah, I don't know. What a good question. I
That's
don't
a
know.
great
I
one,
usually
yes.
don't deal in hypotheticals that much, but that's a good one.
Emily wants to know, how did the gig with Pat come to be with you on the show?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's another weird one. I don't really know. Nothing like. It wasn't like one day all of a sudden something happened, but I did. Pat worked for Barstool for almost a year, I think, right when he got done playing, and we did. Portnoy from Barstool asked me to join Pat and do this podcast called Laces Out. Like once a week, we would do it on Sunday nights and just recapping all the NFL games. And we did it, and it was awesome. It was fun. And then Pat branched out on his own and started doing his own show, and I would join him like as a guest every week or two, and every so often, and then. Once COVID hit, we always enjoyed it. And once COVID hit, and bam, I started joining them 3-4 days a week. And then I've been with them 5 days a week now for, I don't even know, 4 or 5 years.
That's absolutely awesome, man. It was a good time. Let me ask you this. You had the Hawks Locks event. It was a great job last Saturday. It seems like a month ago now. But you went as JFK. Your lovely Laura went as Jackie O.
Not classic.
Classic Jackie O, yeah.
Well, I'm saying it wasn't. It was.
She had the outfit on.
I'm saying it was. It was not like inauguration JFK
No,
and Jackie O.
it was parade JFK.
Dallas parade
post incident. Is it weird? Are you attracted to your wife more when she has blood smatter all over her face?
I don't know if you say more, but not less, I guess. It was not less, but it wasn't. I don't know if I could say more. That'd be weird if it was more, but she definitely got into character and had, it was, we wanted to make it authentic. It's a real, it's a Halloween costume party, Bob. I know you have one of those coming up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you and Curt are. I know you guys are always very creative.
I mean, there's a lot of folks out there. I mean, Orenthal, James. I mean, there's people that you could really dive into as some good couples costumes. Did you leave the makeup and everything on throughout the whole evening and night?
I didn't go to sleep with it on. No, I did not. I had to wash off, and I had to make sure I had it off before the morning time. The next day, I would go out there and coach some little kids in football, and I couldn't have blood spatter and splatter, as they call it, all over my face and arms and everything. But it was good, man. I don't know. Bob, what are you going to be for your party?
That's a surprise. Curt does all that. I will say last year, because I think last year Curt and I went as Tom Cruise and Kelly McGillis, and so I had sprayed my hair dark, and I went to the kids' football game to coach it, and they're like looking at me and they're like, "What's different? What's wrong with you? What's different?" Like RJ was like, "That looks unsettling, Dad." He's like, "I can't handle you with like brown hair." And it took the kids a long time because I didn't wash it out. I was like, I'm not going to shower. I got to get up and get to this game. And it honestly kind of looked good. It was kind of a thing for me.
Did Courtney like it?
I don't.
Did she love you? Were you was she more attracted to you with the dark hair?
No, either way.
What if you had blood on your face?
That's maybe blood on my face.
Maybe she'd be more attractive that way. Did you announce your theme yet for this year?
Yes, it is. Like sports, like Wide World of Sport. No, is that last year?
No, this year. Yeah. Last year was Top Gun.
Yeah, Wide World of Sports. So yeah, any sports people that are involved. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, the term sport, AJ, you got to think is a pretty big term from people that played sports. And
I want to try to bring Cato Kalin with me. I mean, you mentioned other people, like you remember Cato with the long blonde hair. He was a big Packers fan. I got to meet him a couple times.
Come on,
so maybe we can bring him in. What if he just showed up to your house? That'd be sweet. I mean, it'd be dumb if I gave it away like this if I was working on it. But man, we should shoot Cato a text and see how much it costs to get him to the party.
Well, I mean, there's thoughts. I mean, you could even bring like one of your boys. I guess their hair's not like Caleb's hair is long enough to be Cato. You could do like a full OJ Nicole Cato situation. I mean, there's a lot of options out there to be able to bring that in. But that would have been tremendous. How was Cato? I don't know. How have we never talked about this?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't know he was. So I was at some charity golf event, however many 15 years ago. And I knew I recognized this dude because he does look great. He hasn't really aged too much.
Yeah.
And I saw him, and he was all like high energy and just a fun dude. And then he came up and he started like asking me all these questions about the Packers. And I'm like, oh, geez, what is? And I think he's from Wisconsin somewhere. I'm not positive, but for whatever reason, he was a big Packers fan. So, I just peppered him with questions all day long, and then got to run into him a few times after that.
Did you ever ask him, was it weird living in another grown man's pool house?
I mean, I didn't, but I was thinking that for sure. That was going to be, if I talk to him again, I will ask him that. But, like, I do remember, if you remember, we were young, but watching him, he was like the star of that trial early on. He came in there with long blonde hair. I don't know if he ever got any roles other than like the Surreal Life after that, but he was trying.
Is there a reality show you would do if they asked you? I mean, obviously you can't do like, Golden Bachelor, not to be golden. You can't do The Bachelor, obviously, things like that. But, is there a show that you would like to be a part of, a reality show?
Oh, man. I was a big fan of watching a lot of the reality shows back in that, early to mid 2000s, and they have some good ones. The Surreal Life, the one I mentioned, wasn't a bad show to do. That I would never want to do that, like the Big Brother, the one where you're stuck.
How about like Real World or something like that? Real World.
I'm a giant fan of the Real World Road Rules, especially Real World Road Rules Challenge. I would want to do the challenge maybe, where you have to you have all the physical challenges too, where you get to go tackle each other and climb up walls and do all that stuff. That'd be kind of fun, I think. I just don't want to go live somewhere for 9 weeks.
How about Flavor of Love?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, hey, I'm a big Flavor Flav fan. Who isn't? So maybe. I mean, maybe just I could work as I don't want to be on the show. Let me be like an assistant or someone behind the scenes. I would do that.
This is amazing. We're getting some couples costume, Bill Belichick and the Jordan Was it Patterson or
Oh,
whatever?
there's gonna be a lot of those at your party, don't you think?
I would imagine.
I see Pete Rose and Morgana. That'd be a good one.
There's a lot of options out there.
Charlie Hustle in the old school uni, that'd be sweet with the actual, like, wear a helmet and you gotta wear you gotta wear cleats into the party too at Bob's house. You gotta wear metal spikes.
Metal spikes. I don't know if Mrs. Carpenter would like that on the wood floors, AJ. You know how mean she gets.
Well, yeah, but Bob, if someone's getting character, you can't. It's Halloween.
She has a spare cage that she'll put you in beside of mine, so just always be aware of that.
Spare one. That's gonna be a big cage she straps you in, Bob.
AJ, thanks for the time, buddy. We appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the Ask AJ jingle provided by Cogley, and we will talk again next week, my friend.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, the jingle is great. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that.
There we go. Ask AJ as part of that, Bob. You a fan of the jingle, Bob?
Yeah, I thought it was great. He was surprised by it. I thought it gave him a little extra juice. You know, he's probably a little tired from staying up late last night there in Cincinnati, so he's driving from Cincy to Indy, which is a shorter drive for him. And then Laura, they brought the kids down there, so she's got to schlep them back here. Did they already leave to go to school? Or
maybe like us. UA doesn't have school today or Monday.
Yeah, maybe Dublin's out of school as well. I don't know. Unknown.
I'm done with these. Like last day of the I'm not, and I love teachers. Don't get me wrong, but it seems like it's. I mean, 4-day week, 4-day weekend, 4-day week.
Well, they have to be in school like 180 some days a year. So, I mean, the numbers are the numbers. Thitoff. The math is the math.
I got you. Brian wants to know: is the cage that you refer to in the bedroom? I imagine Sharks is your cage in the bedroom as well.
No, it's out in the garage. I don't get climate controlled environment.
There we go. Appreciate that. So
it's unfortunate.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in today and all week long. We truly appreciate it. Those of you guys going to Madison, we'd love to hear about your experiences. Next week when we come back on Monday, don't forget at 6:20 on Monday, Bill Bender is going to join us. Thank you, Big Mo.
Thank you,
nice
guys.
having you here, buddy. Bobby, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys next week. Morning Juice.